There are two rules every long-haul truck driver learns fast. The first one is simple. Never drive mountain roads alone at night. The second one is even more important. If you ever see a woman standing in the road, whatever you do, don't stop the truck. Because sometimes she isn't asking for help. Sometimes she's waiting for you. My name is Ethan Cole, and what I'm about to tell you is something I've never said out loud before. Not to my wife, not to my family, not to the people I work with. Because every time I've tried to tell this story, something in me just stops. Like a part of me still isn't sure I'm supposed to talk about it. But it's been 2 years now, and I still don't sleep right. So maybe it's time. I grew up outside Knoxville, Tennessee. Small town. Nothing remarkable about it except the hills behind our backyard and the fact that everybody knew everybody else's business. My dad was a mechanic. My mom worked at the local diner for 30 years. We weren't rich. We weren't poor. We just had enough. And enough felt fine. I've been driving long-haul trucks for 12 years. Texas deserts, Colorado mountain passes, the endless empty highways of Nevada at 3 in the morning. Truck drivers see strange things. Anyone in the industry will tell you that. The highways at night are a completely different world. A world that doesn't follow the same rules as daytime. But nothing I saw in 12 years prepared me for West Virginia. For most of those 12 years, my co-driver was my best friend Marcus Reed. Marcus was from Chicago. Sharp wit, no filter. The kind of guy who can make a joke about absolutely anything. Bad truck stop food, broken GPS routes, long night shifts. If there was a joke to make, Marcus would find it. But there was one night where Marcus stopped joking, and the moment he went quiet, I knew something was wrong. About 2 years ago, we took a contract hauling industrial drilling equipment. The cargo was loaded in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our destination was a hydroelectric construction project deep in the mountains of West Virginia. The company had one requirement. The cargo had to arrive before morning, which meant driving mountain roads at night. Any truck driver knows that combination is dangerous. Fog, rain, narrow roads, 40 feet of heavy equipment behind you. But the pay was double, and I had a mortgage and a 4-year-old son who needed new shoes. So we took the job. The first few hours were normal. Interstate highway, truck stops, gas stations, Marcus joking about the GPS voice. Normal. But the moment we left the interstate, everything changed. The road got narrow immediately. One side was a rock wall. The other side was a drop straight into darkness. No guardrails, just asphalt, and then nothing. And then the fog rolled in. Within minutes, we could barely see 30 feet ahead. Marcus leaned forward against the windshield. He said quietly, "Man, I hate these roads." I didn't answer. I was too focused on the curves. Every bend felt dangerous. Every stretch of fog felt like it could hide something you wouldn't see until it was too late. Then suddenly, something slammed against the back of the trailer. A loud metallic bang. Marcus looked at me. "You hear that?" I nodded. Probably cargo shifting. But I didn't believe it, because a few minutes later, we heard it again. 3 slow knocks. Knock, 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 from the back of the trailer. Marcus slowly turned in his seat. Then he said something that made my stomach drop. "Ethan, that wasn't Pargo." I pulled the truck onto a small gravel shoulder. Rain was pouring down by then. Marcus and I grabbed flashlights and stepped outside. The cold mountain air hit instantly. Wet, heavy. We walked to the back of the trailer. Marcus reached the doors first. Then he stopped. Completely. He whispered my name. Ethan. I lifted my flashlight and pointed it at the doors. And that's when I saw them. Handprints. Wet handprints pressed into the metal. Long, thin fingers. Both hands. Like someone had pushed their palms flat against the door with all their strength. I reached out and touched one. It was still wet. Still fresh. Then I noticed something strange. The handprints were too high. Almost 7 feet above the ground. Marcus whispered, "Who the hell reaches 7 feet?" And right then we heard something in the trees. A laugh. A woman's laugh. But something about it was wrong. Too slow. Too stretched. Like a voice played at the wrong speed. We shined our flashlights into the forest. Fog. Trees. Darkness. Nothing else. Marcus and I looked at each other. Then we both walked back to the truck without saying a word. We locked the doors, started the engine, and neither of us mentioned the handprints again. About an hour later we reached Burnt Hollow Pass. Truck drivers avoid that road. Too many accidents. Too many blind turns. But we didn't have another route, so we kept going. Then suddenly Marcus grabbed my arm. "Stop." I slammed the brakes. The truck screeched to a halt, and in the headlights, standing in the middle of the road, was a woman. She was facing away from us. Long black hair, white dress, barefoot, standing perfectly still. She didn't react to the headlights. She didn't react to the horn. She didn't move at all. Marcus whispered, "Drive around her." But I couldn't. The road was too narrow. Rob wall on one side, cliff on the other. She was standing right in the middle. I said something I regret to this day. "I'm going to check on her." Marcus grabbed my sleeve. "Don't." But I opened the door anyway. I walked slowly toward her. Rain falling. Fog everywhere. I said, "Ma'am, are you okay?" No answer. Then slowly, she sat down. Right there in the road. Something inside me said, "Go back. Get in the truck. Leave." But instead, I reached out and touched her shoulder. And that's when she turned her head. Not like a person. Her neck rotated almost all the way around, and I saw her face. There was no face anymore. Just burned bone, empty eye sockets, and a mouth that looked like it had been trying to scream for a very long time. Then Marcus screamed from the truck, "Ethan, run." I ran, jumped into the cab. Marcus yelled for me to drive. I slammed the accelerator. The truck roared forward, and in the rearview mirror, I saw her again, standing in the road. But this time, she was moving, not walking, not running, gliding toward the truck. I drove until she disappeared from the mirror, and then I drove even farther. 30 minutes later, we reached a small truck stop. An old man ran the place. We told him what happened. He listened quietly. Then he asked one question. "You crossed Burnt Hollow, didn't you?" We nodded. He said, 20 years ago a truck crashed there. A woman was trapped in the trailer. She burned alive before they could open the doors." Marcus asked him something. "What happens if someone touches her?" The old man looked at me. Then he said, "Then she follows you." That night I had a dream. I was standing on that same mountain road. Fog everywhere. Then I felt someone behind me, and a whisper in my ear. "You'd touched me." That was 2 years ago. I still drive trucks, but sometimes when I check my mirrors at night, I see someone standing on the road behind me. Long hair, white dress, standing perfectly still. And sometimes when I check the trailer doors, there are fresh handprints, 7 feet above the ground, waiting. So if you're ever driving through the Appalachian Mountains at night, and you see a woman standing in the road, don't honk, don't get out, don't look at her face, and whatever you do, don't touch her.